In this video, I'll teach you how to create ad hoc crosstabs using ZENworks reporting. The use case here is you have installed ZENworks reporting and you now wish to use it to create crosstab reports against an endpoint management product. One of the nice things about crosstab reports in ZENworks reporting is they're drillable. So when you create your crosstab, you can click on that, it will then pass those filters and you can create additional reports underneath that will then show you additional data about those. These also work really well on dashboards. If you have a limited set of data and you just want to put some key indicators up, crosstabs are very valuable for that as well. Requirements-wise, ZENworks reporting server has to have been installed. There's another video that covers how to install and configure the ZENworks reporting appliance. The reporting server has to be connected to the database server that contains the endpoint management data. The reporting domain for the endpoint management product you wish to report against has to have been imported. There's another video that talks about how to import the one for Micro Focus desktop containers. The install video talks about how to import the one for ZENworks. So those are the two videos you can look at if you need to know how to do that. And you're a member of a group that provides access to ZENworks reporting. The steps for this are go ahead and create the ad hoc report, select the fields and measures, customize the data on the crosstab, and then you can save the ad hoc view and generate a report if needed. Let's go ahead and see how this works in the real world. Here I have my ZENworks reporting console. I'm going to go ahead and log in as somebody who has permissions to create reports in the system. And I'll go up here to create an ad hoc view. And we'll go to domains where we can pick what we want to report against. For the purpose of this demo, I'll be using the Micro Focus Service Desk domain. In here we can pull information from the CMDB and the requests. We'll pull that in, and this time we'll create a crosstab. Again, a crosstab is a table that summarizes numerical data against rows. So let's take a look at how some of this might work. So the first thing I may want to do is I may want to count the number of things. So we'll count the number of requests that have come in per whatever row group I decide to do. What I want to do here, I think, is let's start by looking at this as what came in as far as request types. So you'll see in my system, I have 1 change request, 10 incidents, and 1 service request. I may want to get more granular than that, so maybe I want to see how that breaks down by item category in the CMDB, so I can see where the majority of my incidents are coming in. So I could go ahead and add that to the rows. And I can reorder these if I want. You'll see they become drillable. You can see the classifications of things that incidents were opened on. And I can expand these, reporting domain here, and you'll see I have 3 incidents that were opened on the reporting domain. You can see 1 incident on the Micro Focus desktop containers application, so on and so forth. Now, one of the nice things about these reports is they are drillable, so you'll see the numbers are hyperlinked. So I could click on the reporting domain here, for instance, and when I do that, it pops up a new window, so I can continue building a new design, but it goes ahead and creates it as a table, because usually what you want is more data about those devices. It automatically passes in the filters, so here it passed in incident and reporting domain, because that was the row that I clicked on when I clicked the number. In here I've got the actual incident numbers, and so I could then add additional data in here if I wanted to. So I could come in, let's say, tell me what that was about, what kind of item that was. It's a reporting domain. I want to know which type, and I may even want to know which specific item number. So in this case, they were all against this service desk domain for ZRS that I maintain. And so you can see how crosstabs can be valuable. Now, there are some other things you can do with crosstabs. I'm going to go ahead and clear this. You can also do the type of date-driven things. So for instance, if I clear this off. We can look at the number of requests by date. So again, we'll count things, count the number of requests, and we'll do, this time we'll look at by category name. So those are my items that are coming in. And then if I wanted to, I could look at when that item or that request was opened. So I could come into the request date. It was reported on a certain date. And so I could look at, say, rows. Maybe I'll flip that around. You can see the individual dates. I could now right click here, change the grouping. And my grouping, maybe I want to see things by quarter. And so you can see I now am showing by quarter. And in Q2 there was 1 hardware, 2 infrastructure, 1 virtualization. It's possible I might want more data on that or to see the data slightly different. So request classification, for instance, I could add that to a column. And you'll see now that this number splits. And so now I can look at it by, okay, there was 1 custom network infrastructure thing, 1 general. There were 3 defects in the reporting domain, 1 purchase request here, so on and so forth. So you have quite a lot of flexibility in how you build these crosstabs. There may come a time when you decide you want to look at this data more as a chart. So one of the things ZENworks reporting makes really easy is for you to then turn this into a chart if you wanted to. So I could actually say, well, now turn it into a chart. The data is all still there. It's just now presented graphically. So instead of in the table, I now see a couple bar charts. I can drill on these. You can see the Q2 here was hardware, network infrastructure, virtual machines. I can drill in here. Now I get my different bars representing the different classifications. I might want to change the format there or change the chart type there so it's a stacked chart instead. And you can see how that works. So with ZENworks reporting, you can also build those crosstabs that are very easy for you to create drill downs from. You can go back and forth between charts, and then you can work on tables if you are doing the drill down. Hope you found this useful. We'll talk to you in the next video.